Hundreds of suburban New Yorkers were asked Wednesday to self-quarantine inside their homes after the potentially lethal coronavirus spread from a New Rochelle man to his wife, son and daughter, along with a Good Samaritan neighbor who drove the ailing attorney to the hospital.
The announcement of the 4 new cases, all tied to the 50-year-old Westchester County lawyer, brings the total number of infections in New York State to 6, said Gov. Cuomo. Tests for possible coronavirus on patients in Buffalo came back negative, as did a test on the husband of the healthcare worker who became New York's first case of the virus, the governor said.
Cuomo encouraged roughly 1,000 at-risk people to remain inside through Friday and contact health officials if symptoms develop. Most of them were connected in some way with the attorney, and most of those through the Temple Young Israel Synagogue in New Rochelle.
Authorities specifically cited worshippers who attended services on February 22, or a funeral service and a bat mitzvah one day later. The sick man also commuted via Metro North to his law office on E42nd Street.
Self-quarantine is basically stay in your home, limit the exposure to the number of people that you might come in contact with, Cuomo advised.
The infected lawyer, still hospitalized in critical condition at a Manhattan hospital, checked into a suburban hospital on February 27 with respiratory problems that remained undiagnosed until 4 days later. His family members, along with his helpful neighbor, are currently quarantined at their homes in the northern suburbs, the governor said.
Along with the man's wife, the couple's 20-year-old son and 14-year-old daughter were diagnosed with the virus. Yeshiva College, where the son was living in the dorms, canceled classes at its Washington Heights campus on Wednesday.
And the Salanter Akiva Riverdale Academy and High School in the Bronx, where the teenage girl is a student, voluntarily closed down one day before the diagnosis was made and remained shuttered.
Doctors were also testing the New Rochelle neighbors' children for any signs of the virus, with 8 employees at New York Presbyterian Lawrence Hospital in Bronxville also undergoing the same tests, according to Cuomo. The state is also testing the sick man's colleagues at his Midtown law office.
There are going to be dozens and dozens of people, and the more people you test the more will be positive, the governor warned in announcing the new cases. You start testing, you're going to see the number go up.
Mayor de Blasio said the city dispatched disease detectives to the yeshiva campus to identify any of the students' close friends who were at risk of infection.
2 students exposed to their stricken classmate were taken to Bellevue Hospital, where both will be tested for the virus.
We will continue working closely with our state partners to ensure we are doing everything we can to keep New Yorkers safe, said de Blasio.
The boy's father tested positive Monday for the coronavirus disease despite no known travel links to countries at the center of the outbreak, leading officials to order hundreds of congregants at his New Rochelle synagogue to quarantine in their homes.
New York State is recalling SUNY and CUNY students from study abroad programs in China, Italy, Iran and other places where the virus is widespread. They will return on a chartered plane destined for Stewart International Airport near Newburgh, Orange County, and then be quarantined for 14 days.
The attorney, who had underlying respiratory issues and first developed symptoms in late February, remains in critical condition at New York Presbyterian, Columbia University Medical Center in Upper Manhattan, according to health officials.